Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because there's some serious buzz swirling around the NFC West, and it involves a blockbuster that could reshape the division and propel the Seahawks into a whole new stratosphere. Rumors are swirling that the Minnesota Vikings, currently sitting at a disappointing 5-11 and deep into a rebuild, might be willing to part ways with one of their most electrifying offensive weapons, wide receiver Justin Jefferson. And the Seahawks, always aggressive in upgrading their roster, are reportedly front and center in this potential deal. This isn't just idle speculation. Sources suggest that the Vikings could be looking to swap Jefferson for Seattle's first-round pick in 2026 and a second-rounder in 2027. If this happens, it wouldn't just be a standard trade. It could be a game-changer, especially considering the cap relief it would bring to Minnesota. Justin Jefferson is a true virtuoso on the field. He's a receiver who weaves routes as if he's painting on an NFL canvas, creating mismatches that defenses simply can't handle. His ability to explode downfield, combined with elite hands and route running, makes him one of the most dangerous WRs in the league. Watching him in Minneapolis, you see how he turns receptions into game-changing plays, often leaving defenders in his dust and turning small completions into big yardage. His presence alone can tilt the scales in any game, and for the Seahawks, adding Jefferson would be like finally getting that missing piece they've been chasing for years. He's not just a receiver, he's an artist on the gridiron, and his stats back that up. Over his career, he's amassed 428 receptions, over 500 yards, and 38 touchdowns, all in a relatively short span. His average of 105 yards per game is a testament to his consistency and explosiveness, and he's not a flash in the pan. His PFF grade of 94.2 shows how highly he's regarded across the league. In 2025, Jefferson continued to impress, hauling in 118 receptions for nearly 700 yards and 14 touchdowns, with 160 targets and over 680 yards after catch. He's a yardage machine, and his yards per route run of 3.0 and EPA per target of 0. 40 prove he's a constant threat to defenses. On top of that, he's shown durability. No injuries last season, surpassing even his impressive 2024 numbers when he had 450 yards. Jefferson's game is reminiscent of Davante Adams at his peak. Elite contested catch rate of 58%, 23% better than the league average, and a separation average of 4.5 yards. His run blocking is solid, rated at 79, and he's deadly on deep targets, succeeding 62% of the time. The Vikings, however, are in a tough spot. They're giving up 2 points per game and have a cap hit of $18 million. They desperately need a quarterback draft and have a defensive line that's been underwhelming, with only 38 sacks last season. Moving Jefferson could be a strategic decision to shed salary, avoid a hefty extension, and acquire draft capital to rebuild faster. It's a smart move for a team that's been struggling to find consistent success in recent years, especially after losing a key receiver like Stefon Diggs back in 2020, which ultimately helped set the stage for the Vikings' current rebuild. Now, imagine what adding Jefferson to the Seahawks' offense would look like. Seattle's aerial game has been solid, but it's been missing that game-breaking receiver who can take over a game at any moment. DK Metcalf is a beast, and Tyler Lockett remains one of the most underrated WRs in the league, but Jefferson would elevate the entire unit. His addition could push the Seahawks' passing offense to new heights, with projections of over 350 yards in the air, boosting their EPA per pass by around 18%. That opens up more opportunities for Lockett, especially with the defense stretched thin, and it would make Seattle's offense as dynamic as it was during the 2013 season when they finished top 7 in total yards. Jefferson's ability to create mismatches against safeties and linebackers would give Geno Smith even more weapons to work with, making the Seahawks a nightmare for defenses. His yards per route run at 2.6 more than doubles the league average, and his knack for winning contested catches, like Hill's boost for the Dolphins in 2022, would make Seattle's offense more explosive and unpredictable. Plus, with defenses focusing on stopping DK Metcalf and Jefferson, Lockett, and the run game could find more space to operate. And there's more at stake here. This move could have a significant impact on Seattle's playoff chances. Jefferson's presence would give the Seahawks a true X-factor, a game-changing receiver who can turn the tide of a game in a heartbeat. His explosiveness in the postseason, with a 16% increase in win probability against zone coverage, and his EPA of 0.45 per reception on explosive plays, make him a perfect fit for the Seahawks' style of play. With Jefferson, the Seahawks' Super Bowl odds could see a substantial boost, moving from around plus 2,200 to plus 1,200, a 45% increase in their championship chances. That's a massive jump, akin to what the Packers experienced after acquiring Davante Adams. It would transform Seattle into a more dangerous, more unpredictable team and make them serious contenders in the NFC. Of course, this entire scenario hinges on whether the Vikings are willing to part ways with Jefferson and how the Seahawks can execute such a deal. But the potential upside is enormous. For years, Seattle has been looking for that next offensive star, someone who can elevate the entire team and turn the Seahawks into a legitimate Super Bowl threat once again. Jefferson could be that guy. His ability to be a catalyst for the offense, a true visionary aerial threat, could make Seattle's offense unstoppable and ultimately push them closer to their next Super Bowl appearance. It's a bold move, but in today's NFL, bold is often what separates champions from the rest. Looking at the broader picture, this trade could also be a strategic move for the Seahawks to strengthen their roster without sacrificing future draft capital significantly. Adding Jefferson would not only provide immediate impact, but also help set the foundation for sustained success. It's a move that aligns with Seattle's recent trend of aggressive offseason tactics, bringing in high-impact players, making bold trades, and always striving for excellence. With Geno Smith leading the charge, and now potentially Jefferson on the outside, the Seahawks could transform into a high-octane offense capable of competing with the best in the league. So fans, keep your eyes peeled because if this trade goes down, it could be one of the most exciting offseason developments for the Seahawks in recent memory. It's a move that signals their intent to contend now, not just in the future, and it could be the spark that ignites a new era of Seahawks dominance. The NFC West is already competitive, but adding a player like Jefferson would shake things up even more. The Rams and 49ers would have to respond quickly if Seattle lands this superstar receiver, and the entire division would be on notice. We all know how much the Seahawks love to make bold moves when the opportunity presents itself, and this could be the biggest of all. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, folks, if the Seahawks manage to land Justin Jefferson, it wouldn't just be a roster upgrade. It would be a statement. A signal to the rest of the NFL that Seattle is serious about chasing championships. Jefferson is a game changer, a guy who can turn a good offense into a great one overnight. His potential addition could be the catalyst that propels Seattle back into Super Bowl contention and helps them write the next chapter of their storied history. The coming weeks will tell us a lot about the direction the Seahawks are headed, but one thing's for sure. If this trade happens, it's going to be a game changer, and Seahawks fans should be excited about what's next. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.